the link to apply to anywhere?
I shared it around.
All right, everybody. It looks like we are live. All right, so we are live on Arm Wrestling Showcase episode 3, and we have a good one for you today. We have a bunch of really great guests. I'll start up here with Robert Kelly.
What's up, man?
Mr. Robert Kelly, hello. And we've got Brandon Morris, and we've got Mr. Dallas Langston, Austin Wade, John Hutchison, and Mr. Jamie Sheldon, and my co-host Josh Edwards down there, Nowhere to Run Arm Wrestling. So today, and we also should have, oh, here he's coming in, Gabriel Young. Let him in. All right, Gabriel, yeah, just get your audio going and your video, and we are just getting started. What's up, Gabe?
What's going on, boys?
Hey. All right, so today we're pretty much talking about the SoCal Classic that's coming up May 13th in downtown Los Angeles. And essentially, it's going to be Florida versus California. We've got a lot of Florida versus California super matches. A lot of the competitors are here in this chat. So to open things up, let's talk to the man, Mr. Is it Brandon Morris or Brandon Lee?
Brandon Morris.
Brandon Morris. Yeah, tell us a little bit about this event and why this thing is going to be so cool.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive event. Tournament, 10 major super matches. We're going to have some of the best from Florida versus best from California. A lot of speculation goes into, East Coast, West Coast matchups, and you never get to see them. Aside from us getting to see maybe Artem versus Jamie, we haven't had many clear across the country matchups, and the likelihood of us running into each other at the same tournament, but not that likely in this many people. So we're bringing out a hit squad. We're calling out California, and we've challenged some of the best. I would say we've actually all taken on pretty hard matches, but we throw a hell of a show. The Florida Arm Wrestling League, we've proved it. I came out there before in the past with the King of Cali. You guys already have a great squad out there. I mean, you guys got a ton of guys. It's just like Florida. Florida and California's arm wrestling vibe is not very different. So that being said, we booked a badass venue. The weight classes are going to be a little bit different than you guys have. We're going to go with traditional USA and AAA weight classes, but with the talent we have and all these shows and then the tournament, I have no doubt. I mean, the 98 class itself, we were talking on some of the past FAL shows, it's going to be out of control. You're going to have like 6 of the top 10 guys in there, or at least 6 of the top 20 guys. And, it's just going to be an interesting mix-up that you don't normally see.
Right on, yeah. And did you, the ladies, they're going to be free entry as well, right?
Yes, ladies are going to be absolutely free.
Yeah.
We support as many ladies coming out as we can. Right now we have a 154 and under and over. So we would love to add another class, in the event that there's 30 women out there, we can absolutely split it 135, 154, etc. But as of now, that's what we have. We're not charging the ladies a dime. We encourage them. There will be awards for them as well. They'll have an opportunity if they, at everything that the men do, but we aren't going to, we're not here to exploit the women and children and all that. It's, it's more of a thing to build the ladies and bring out the, the classes you don't normally see with a lot of these women. We don't get a large female support at the FAL in Florida. I don't know whether it's just due to the female arm wrestlers or what, but talking to Jamie, it seems like you guys have a hell of a crowd of ladies out here. So, it'd be interesting. We don't typically have women at our events, to be honest. We offer it, but when we offer it, I don't know if Sarah Bachman scares them away or what. Something interesting to talk about, though, with the women, we're bringing Sarah Bachman out. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah. So Sarah and Mikey should be flying out with us. I believe everything's confirmed and they're coming, but It would be great. I'm sure a lot of these ladies would love to meet Sarah.
Right.
Want something from the world champ, hang out with her, take the picture and all that. So should get real interesting. It's just gonna be a fun time in general, man. I'm looking forward to the 98 tournament,
Mhm.
90 class, but every one of these matchups, we can go over them whenever, but they're
Hey,
all
Brandon,
super interesting.
is this tournament a cash tournament or medals or what? What's the prizes for this?
Yeah, so we're gonna have awards and we're gonna have cash. Right now, we've got $1,000
Yeah.
gonna put into the overall right and left-handed. So there's gonna be 500 each hand. And this is important to discuss. We're gonna do the overall the exact way we've done it in Florida. It's amazingly fun, super successful. And we've done it out here, and it's a lot better than the king of the table style that I've seen arm wrestling do for the past 10 years. So the way is the right hand overall will just consist of a double elimination, no weight class tournament of the 6 winners from the right hand classes. Now, if you also feel like you got robbed, let's say Dallas loses the tournament and Austin beats him and edges him out, Dallas can buy into the overall. And it gets super interesting. For example, Brad lost left-handed in the supers to Carl, and he bought into the overall and he won for the points. And we got this whole points race out here we're doing that has nothing to do with this, but the overall itself is super interesting when you can buy in. You end up with like an all-star game at the very end of the show. That's just sick, and it's for all the marbles. So yeah, you might say like any overall, it might favor the super heavyweight guy, but it won't. I've seen Austin Wade take out some super heavies in the overall, and it's just the matchups are so interesting. You would never see them anywhere else.
It's all random, right?
Random draw, double elimination, just like the tournament you were in, except no weight classes.
So if you win your super match, you win your class, and you win this overall, you're a bad dude. Beyond bad.
Oh, good Lord. I mean,
Pretty unquestionable.
Yeah, at that point, you're the dude. And I
Yeah.
think we have to have something special for the absolute overall and the cash too, right? Because it might be
someone does that.
won the super
Donate
match.
a tonnage.
Yeah, you're a bad dude if you do all 3 of those, no doubt.
Can we bring Grant Diet out to this if Sarah Backman's going to be there?
Oh
Like,
my god.
between them.
I would encourage that.
Yeah, I
That's
believe
a
it.
really cool idea, man. Letting the people buy in though, and choose if they want to get involved at the end or not. That's really cool.
That's exactly how I got smoked by Austin Wade the one time. I met him at a tournament. I think it was when you guys came out for that King of Cali. We had a buy-in for the overalls, and I bought in and just got smacked by Austin really quick.
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I was so tired. I was dead by the
Oh,
time
I remember.
pulled right-handed
Oh, that was in
finals.
Brainerd Gym. I
Oh,
was
don't
falling
say that.
asleep. Yeah, I went home early.
No,
Yeah.
that was a fun tournament. Yeah,
Yeah, that was really fun.
yeah.
I've heard
Yeah.
a couple of people say the same thing about Austin, that he took him out at that King of Cali tournament. So
Yeah, he's fast. He's fast. I just wasn't expecting that. I was pinned before I could realize what the hell happened. But anyways, yeah, this sounds really, really cool. And we've got a lot of really great super matches for this as well. We've got Dallas in here, who is currently in California, #1 right hand and #1 left hand at 205 pounds, right, Dallas?
Yep. Been dodging all the up and comers. So as of now, yes.
That's how
Right
you do it.
on.
Brand.
And so your big match is going to be against John Theron. Is that how I say his last name?
oh shit.
All right. So what do you guys think about this match? John Hutchison, what do you think about this match?
Oh shit. That's a tough one, man. Dallas Langston is like, it's gonna be hard to beat, but John Theron's coming in big, and I don't really know too much about how strong Dallas Langston is, but he seems to win all the time. So it's a close one. I have no
Yeah.
for me to even have a clue. You grab a hold of them, they're all rocks. So
I like it. I like it because it's 2 guys that like to go inside, or not so much, top rope.
Right.
When you were in Arm Wars or anything, did you ever get a chance to pull John Dallas?
No, when I went there, it was actually right after I got back from Africa, strangely enough. But when I went there, I was supposed to pull Frode, and Frode didn't show up because he had a leg infection. So then it was like scrambling last minute. They tried to get some other dude in there. He couldn't show up because he tested positive for COVID. So my Arm Wars experience was a little bit bizarre. But John hadn't gone there yet. I think John went the next time after I had gone. And I had never even heard of John until that Arm Wars. I'm like, who the heck just beat Frode? And then also almost beat Coach Ray. He beat him like the first 2, maybe 3 times, and went to 7. I think Coach Ray pushed him out at the end. So yeah, I know he's got to be solid if you're going to beat Frode inside over and over and over. Like I think he 4-0'd him. Got to be solid. So
the little bit I've seen, it looks like he's actually got a pretty strong hand too. But you guys got to help me because I'm kind of new. Like I don't even know. Like
his hand and wrist is like super good. Like his forearm through here is like huge, going up to his wrist. Like,
was he on like a break for a while or something? Because like I said, I'm new and I'm only just this last year.
No, I'd never heard of him before Arm Wars and like the Savage Search.
New, right? He's been the last 5 years.
Arm Wars, he became known.
He said he's been arm wrestling for like 10 years in Canada, and that's something like that along those lines. He's never been beat over there or something.
So he flew under the radar out here for a bit until he started coming out here.
Yeah, I guess so. Brandon, where's Brandon at? He heads off of here.
Yeah, that's true. He hadn't traveled at all.
In Canada.
Was his first exposure.
Right.
Just a big local guy.
Yeah.
And he was lighter. He was 176 for quite some time, right? And now he's competing around 185, and then now he's pulling someone in a weaker Bill Logsden's cousin or brother or whatever that other dude name with
Steve
Logsden.
Steve Logsden. That's his son.
I'd imagine they're relatives. So yeah, he's pulling them at 195 in a couple weeks.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
he's definitely not used to
he's pulling them at the Monster Factory.
Nobody in here has ever gripped up with John Theron before?
Never met him.
Oh, this is going to be an
I felt his hand at the Battlegrounds too, and I can tell you his thumb is extremely thick. But at the same time, that massive hand advantage, as some would call it, in my opinion, goes away once the strap's applied and once Dallas has access to that tremendous side pressure. And I think Dallas is known for his incredible strap game. And to me, the endurance factor also plays an aspect where I think John is going to tire out if the match becomes a total war. So it'll be interesting.
I don't know. Since he lost to Coach Ray at Arm Wars, he's really focused on endurance. Like, that's been a huge factor of his focus. So I'd say Dallas probably needs to finish it pretty quick.
I'm not planning on it.
Dallas has really good endurance, though.
But my endurance.
Dallas and the straps can hold for a long time.
Yeah. I've seen Dallas and grinders for a while.
I lost at Arm Wars from endurance related issues, which kind of pissed me off. I trained for David Samushia for a match that was supposed to go down in Canada a few months ago. And that's like my whole workout routine is remaining the same, but I'm adding massive amounts of cardio on the end. So now, like every single day after I train, I'm doing 10 minutes on the Aerodyne bike, which is, if you've done 1 minute on the Aerodyne bike, it's pretty brutal. And then I do 5 minutes on the rope pull. So I think endurance wise, I should be fine. I'm more worried, like just getting my shoulder in there, because my shoulder still feels a little bit funky from Eduardo, but left-handed, I'm not worried. I don't know. I'll find out. You never know until you pull both. Oh crap!
Dallas, how's your shape right now? Given the TV shows you did that impact you at all, if anything, or
that was a long time ago? So it was in 2021, October of 21. So they just barely got around to airing it. I think if I were to make some excuses about my Arm Wars appearance, it probably impacted that, which was, it's almost 2 year and a half ago. Because it was pretty brutal on my body. I lost 26 pounds in 4 days. And then it was like a month later, I'm off to Arm Wars. So I don't know how much time. I just wasn't prepared, honestly, for Arm Wars. I just thought, I'll cruise in and figure it out. And I learned real quick my endurance was garbage.
Well, you were by far like my favorite Arm Wars that they've had. Have they talked at all about bringing you back?
Oh, Neil will take anybody to Arm Wars as long as you pay to go there. Like, he's not paying me. So that's the thing that's not that exciting to me about Arm Wars. Like, it's really just limiting to who wants to fork out $3,000 to fly to England now. Anybody can fly to England and pull, and he'll find you a match. Like, so it's a cool experience to do it. But after you've done it, like, honestly, one of the reasons I want to pull John, and I'm excited to pull John, is the whole reason I flew to Arm Wars was because I wanted to pull Frode. And I didn't get to pull him. So now John smokes Frode. So now it's like saving me $3,000 in airfare to fly to England and pull someone at 3 a.m. my time. Now I can just beat John. And if I beat John, it kind of affirms that I would probably beat Frode in my mind, because we're for sure going inside. And that's what Frode would have done anyways. So it just saves me $3,000 on a flight. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, but you got to drive up the freeway. You know, that's like a 5-hour drive.
It's in LA, so who knows? It could be 40 minutes. It could be 3 days. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true. But then you might be driving in that Ferrari, though. You might make quick work of that
Porsche
freeway. Porsche, okay.
Yeah,
Porsche. I never know what car he's driving at what time.
I'll get the Ferrari
truck.
hey, that blue one that you have, Dallas, is fire.
Yeah,
that's fun. That's a track car. It's a GT3 RS. It's a fun one.
It looks like it. Shit.
Jeez. Yeah, I think it was that the one I saw you in a little video ripping down the toll road or whatever it was.
Yeah, I was in Mexico, bro. It's illegal to speed in the US, so I was in Mexico.
Yeah, gotcha. That's what I meant. So I'm gonna pop into the chat real quick before we move on to the next super chat. We got Benjimac in the house, says just got back on land from deep sea fishing. Nice. What did you catch? Any tuna? Where were you deep sea fishing? He says, looking forward to competing at this event. We'll be working with Robert Kelly's video production team. Cool. Right on. And we got Paul Stevens in the house. What's up, Paul Stevens? We got the Grizzly Casey Stevens. No relation to Paul Stevens, as far as I know. And let's see, that's a long way to travel for a loss. Poor Florida, Casey says. And an interesting thing about Casey, he's actually going to be doing one of those slap fight things coming up in an event. Yeah, Casey, drop the link in the chat if you can for that event.
It's Saturday. It's the same card as Tim the Maniac Sylvia from the UFC.
And it's really cool because they're doing both arm wrestling and slap fighting at the same event, right?
The what now?
They're doing arm wrestling and slap fighting at the same event, right? Or no?
No. It's just slap fighting. It's a slap fighting championship number 25, and Casey is the first arm wrestler that's ever done.
First arm wrestler. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I like that. See, arm wrestlers are doing other cool shit on TV. See, Dallas went and got naked in Africa. We got a guy doing slap fighting. Hey, right. I love it, man.
And we got you making meatball sandwiches. That's what's up, man. Everybody brings something to the table. Shit.
Right.
Yeah, but
we got
it's
Tyler.
Cool to watch him, either way.
Yeah, for sure. We got Tyler Noblet in the house saying Gabriel is going to crush Austin bad. So you just heard it.
You know what? I don't know if you want to segue into that match.
Yeah,
what match we talk about next?
We could absolutely talk about that match. I believe their psychological warfare has already started on social medias with a little help from Robert Kelly.
I think that Jennings and Gabriel match could be the most exciting as far as intensity on the table before and after matches, like, because both those guys get really fired up.
Oh yeah,
and I think they're the lightest guys on the card.
Yep.
Are we kicking off the event with that? Where's Brandon at? Where's that guy? Where's he at?
I sure hope so.
I mean,
I guess we don't have the lineup yet, right?
Yeah, so the lineup is active. I want to actually go over how we're going to do it. So we're probably going to split some of the matches. The schedule and the way we do things is a little bit different. This venue does not open at 8 a.m. It doesn't open at 9, 10. They open at noon. So we're going to have the amateur weigh-ins are going to be from 10 to 12. We'll be set up out front, getting everybody signed up weigh in. As soon as the doors open at 12 to 1, we're going to go on in, get ready. At 1 o'clock, the amateurs are going to start. From 2 to 4 is going to be the pro weigh-ins. So 2 to 4, pros can come weigh in. The pro tournament will start at 5. We'll
Or
knock
the
out.
night before, right?
What's that?
Or the night before for everybody.
Yeah, or the night before for everybody. Yeah, or from 6 to 8 at the venue the night before. Anybody who wants to come to early weigh-ins, you can. I would like to split the super matches a little half and half. I would like to do a few of them during the amateur weigh-in and a few during the pro weigh-in. But a lot of this is dictated upon how many entries we have. If we have 400 entries out there, we probably need to break the super matches down. If not, I'd like to run them all at around 2 o'clock. That would be ideal. But the exact lineup, no, I haven't put out a lineup yet. The only thing is for the amateurs to really, when they look at that flyer, to make sure they see what time the amateur weigh-in is. It's from 10 to 12. Doesn't matter for the pros. The pros can show up and weigh in during the amateur weigh-in the night before. All that's just the same. Anybody that's a pro, it's just a pro tournament that starts at 5. We don't run a 10-hour show, so we're going to be out of there by 9:30 anyways. That's my anticipation. I don't see us needing more than 4.5, 5 hours to run the entire pro tournament. And well, at least in Florida, we do about 200 entries per tournament. So anything comparable to that, we can crush under 4 hours each, amateur and pro. The whole goal of that split weigh-in is to keep it from being how you normally go to an event. You show up at 10:30 and you don't pull your first match till 4 o'clock, and at 9 o'clock you're in the finals, and it just never ends for you. Your girl's not going to sit through that. No one is. So, if you pros want to come on out and you don't want to show up until 3:30. Well, if you're just in the tournament, I mean, you have that right. You can show up at 3:30 and be out of there, whether you won or lost in the next 4 hours. So,
and you run each class to completion too, which is nice.
Yeah, we're gonna go
sitting around for the finals.
Each class is gonna go to completion and to awards right there. So if you're the type of guy you took 3rd place, you can get your award right there and you can leave. You don't need to stick around, all that. Obviously, if you won, you're gonna want to jump in the overalls for the cash. And I don't know if you guys how it happens here. Usually king of the table typically has the large guy winning, but don't be surprised if you see a guy like Dallas or John Theron or even an Austin Jennings take that overall. Because a lot of the best
Oleg's there, that's the dude to watch out for in the overall.
Mm-hmm.
Oleg won't be there. He's going to be at the USAF Nationals, I think, trying to qualify for WAF Worlds.
Okay, I think David Egyon dude is going to be with him, so that takes 2 of the heavy hitters out of California.
Those Florida guys don't know about David.
No, we don't, but I keep hearing about him.
He won't be there though.
I don't know if I can beat him anymore, honestly.
That's all right. I argued my ranking spot above him so far, so I'm good.
He's battling with Rez left-handed, fresh. Like he's doing weird stuff right now.
Never mind. Yeah. So,
wait, who are you talking about? David
Egan, Egyan. He's the not person. What is he? Armenian.
And he's here in California?
Yeah, he trains with
Oleg's buddy.
Part of Boskin squad.
And Boskin's buddy.
Okay, maybe I'd know him if I saw him.
There's David and David, right? And David's a little guy.
Yeah, I know it's David. Yeah.
David's the bigger one, always around.
That guy's nuts. Yeah, I haven't seen him since last year. Yeah. Right.
Aren't they related?
Okay. Yes, they're both Stepanians. Yeah.
Different last name.
No, I thought they were. Really?
David Egan and David Stepanyan or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw him with the same last. Well, backing up a little, I actually agree with you, Jamie, in terms of the opening super match. I think Gabe and Austin would be a banger to open things up just with their intensity. And speaking of which, we have Austin Jennings now here in the chat. What's up, Austin?
What up?
Getting them
I hopped
games?
in. I just got home.
All right, man. So you how much are you weighing now?
159, 160.
Oh boy, you're getting up there.
I'll be
And-
165, maybe 168, 170. I don't know. I'm eating like a motherfucker. So
Clearly.
I don't care if it's good weight, bad weight, fat. I don't give a fuck. It don't matter. I just don't want me and Gabriel to have like a 30-pound weight difference because that's, I mean, I understand that some people like to say that's like if he beats me and crushes me, well, he had 30 pounds on him. And I don't want that to be the case. I would like it to be closer. I like to lose in fairness where nobody can talk shit.
Whoa. You're representing us. Quit talking about losing so much, kid.
It's already in his mind. It's already
Now-
in his mind.
look,
What's going
I'm
on?
just saying, I would rather be closer to his weight than be really light. So there's no excuses.
Of course.
So you mean you don't want to embarrass him by beating him while you're so much lighter? We
Well,
get
I'm
it.
like 142 pounds and look like, I just got back from running a marathon.
How much do you pay Robert Kelly to hype you up? It feels like Robert Kelly does more advertising than you do.
Dude, Robert's
Austin's
my
my boy.
hype man, but, I mean,
Crazy.
he actually pays me.
So are you guys trying to meet at a certain weight somewhere? Because I know you're a little
There-
heavier. Gabe.
There's no way I could make 176. There's no way. Not in this
So
time
That's the
frame.
cap.
Are you trying to come down at all, Gabe?
Yeah, I got to make a pretty good weight cut for that, but I should make 176. And yeah, to be honest, I mean, I was asked for the super match and I was told I could get down to 176. So I'm perfectly happy with that. And currently I'm quite heavier, but I'm working on getting down and hopefully make that 176 on the day off. So should be interesting.
Definitely interesting.
So you're
And
cutting
yeah, I have
weight.
no
I'm just
idea.
gonna eat like hell.
How heavy did you get, Gabe?
I got up to around about a couple weeks ago. I was 193, 192. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Up in our weight classes, huh?
Oh shit.
Yeah, I've been training, man. I've been feeling pretty strong. I've been feeling pretty good. And the good thing is this match is good because my right arm has been hurting a little bit. I've been over pulling on it. And so this match, it gives me an opportunity to really try to bring out my left arm, which is the party arm. It's an arm that I've never really trained before, but I kept pulling on it for the past 2.5 years that I've arm wrestled now. So I'm really excited. And I do think, I just think I'm going to wreck him. I'll worry for his arm because I just don't think he's ready for my hit.
Oh, you got a hit on the left too, huh?
It's so fast. It's crazy, but I don't even think that's going to matter at this point. Honestly, I think I could slow pull him and still beat him.
Well, let's slow pull round one.
You'd love that. You'd love that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would, because you're gonna
Yeah.
be fucked round two if we slow pull round one.
Don't worry. Round 3, we can stay on the hook if you want.
That's fine.
Okay, so let's look at on paper. Where are you in Texas right now, Austin? In your weight class, what's your ranking?
Left, I think fourth or fifth, something like that.
Okay, and how about on the right? Just curious.
Actually, I'm like sixth, even though my right arm's ass.
Oh wow, okay.
I had a super match at like the last event here. And the guy was sixth and like he was like, "Hey, let's pull for fun." And I actually beat him convincingly and I was completely fucking shocked. I don't know if he showed up not ready or what, but after I beat him, then my arm was fucked the rest of the day. I couldn't do anything with it. It was literally like the super match in Florida. Like I did good in the super match, and after that, I couldn't do shit. Like my right arm I don't know what's wrong with it. It's just goes to shit so fast. But yeah, I'm like sixth, which is, I don't think it's true because I know there's a lot of guys that can beat me, right? But I think my ranking left is true.
What?
I should be third because I'm about to have a
No.
match with a guy that's third, and I think I'll get him. So
Well, I know where your ranking is, Gabe, because you got me edged out for that 11 spot. You're number 11.
I don't
right now.
even live in the state anymore, though. I
I
can't
know
really
it's
compete.
horrible.
Yeah.
But you are you did, so the last time you competed would have been the compound, right?
Right.
Last year. Okay.
I was around 165 back then.
Oh, were you?
Maybe a bit less. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've gotten way stronger since then. So.
Oh boy.
All
right, well, just stay where you're at, and we'll all be good. No, come on back. I'll try to get that number 11 for sure. So you're clearly feeling good for this match, and you think you're going to be able to stop that hit, Austin?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm not even worried about his hit. I mean, if I can't stop it, I can't stop it. But he agreed to start the hook with me, so he's fucked in that round.
Did he now? And there he is, Mr. Derek Smith. Honest,
I just don't think he'll be able to move me very far off the center, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. Well,
I can be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong.
Well, I've pulled both of you, and I just haven't pulled. The thing is, it's been a year since I've pulled either of you. So
yeah, you pulled me. The last time you pulled me, I think I was like 4 months into the sport, 5.
Yeah.
4 or 5, and I think I was like 25 pounds less.
Yeah, so it's hard to say, but in terms of this call, I'm probably the closest. In terms of your performances a year ago, I would definitely favor Gabe for this match. But yeah, there is a year of unknowns there. How hard both of you have been working, and of course it can come down to technicality too. What was that?
I just said they've both been eating and they're both bigger, so that's good.
Yes, absolutely. Well, let's welcome Mr. Derek Smith into the conversation.
What's going on, everybody?
Big Derek.
Bunch of badasses up in here. I like this call, man. This is great.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody?
Yeah, can't even see him.
Oh, you can't see me? Hello?
We are.
Yeah.
We're just old, Jamie. Don't worry about it.
There's a lot of people in here.
Yeah, I mean, hello to everybody. I know you guys individually, so what's up?
Big dog.
So, Derek, you're going to be commentating for this whole event?
I'm down.
Sure.
I don't know.
See, this is what happens, Robert.
I think
we talked.
Hank just hired you.
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
we
we talked to
flying
Derek.
back from Turkey.
I've been listening to whispers, and it sounds like those whispers were just whispers.
Yeah, I think I'm landing like Thursday night from Italy, and so I'll have a day or two. So I mean, I'll be jet lagged as hell, but I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there regardless. So if you get whatever you guys need me to do, of course I'm in.
So everyone's saying that it might not be a super heavyweight that wins the overalls. So I gotta know, are you going to be trashed coming back from Italy and training with Hermes and stuff?
I'm not.
Oh, come on.
And I'm gonna be training with Hermes too. We're gonna be arm wrestling in Italy too. So I'm arm wrestling with Hermes and flying across the entire world. No, I'm not competing. You crazy? Great.
All right.
So Dallas can embarrass me. And talk trash and run around. No, I'm not doing it.
I said Derek's not entering the overalls if I'm there. Come on, guys.
Hey, if I'm trained up, I got a bone to pick with you, especially left-handed. We're gonna do it. We're gonna dance for sure.
I'm just
Run for
kidding.
so long.
I'm retired.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to hop over here to Jamie, who has a match with Austin Wade. And this is a right-handed match, correct?
Right.
Yes.
Correct.
And let's start on paper. So we've got Jamie, Mr. Natfit, representing California in this match, and we've got Austin representing Florida. So I looked you up recently. It looks like in California, you're right behind Dallas at the number 2 spot, correct? At 205 pounds, right-handed?
Right.
All right. And where are you sitting on paper in Florida, Austin?
I'm not sure in Florida, but in the U.S. Arm Fighter, I'm ranked like 8th. And left, I'm ranked like somewhere around like 8th and 6th, something like that. Maybe I'm right hand, I'm 10, and left, I'm 8, something like that.
At 190?
Yeah.
At one, okay.
Austin is also ranked 2nd at 198.
Oh,
Right now.
Right.
pretty even. I don't know. Crack Bob next week.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Dallas, what do you think about that match? How's this match going to go?
Hard to say. I know Austin has changed in the last 6-8 months. Like there's been matches where he's won where I'm like, oh, this dude's good now. Like not that you weren't good before, but you can tell as you elevate you get to a level where you're in the mix, and he's in the mix now. So Jamie's feeling strong inside. Jamie's gotten bigger, as Austin, I'm sure, is aware. He looks
huge.
220.
He's
I don't know.
Both the guys I'm pulling are 220.
Yeah, he's a big dude. So you get it. Like, Jamie has a really solid inside. He's got a good top roll. He's got options. You grab a hold of his thumb and it feels a little different right now. So I'm excited to see it. I have no idea who to call. Obviously, I'm going to be rooting for Jamie, but I just want it to be a good match. That's all I want.
Right on.
Answer right there. Fair assessment.
Do we have any other predictions on this match? How about a Florida prediction? John Hutchison, what do you think about this match?
Oh man, Austin Wade all day. Easy.
Austin Wade all day. Now, have you ever pulled Jamie before, John?
No.
let me bounce down to Brandon. What do you think, Brandon?
Yeah, I think it's razor close.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give the advantage to Austin, due to the simple fact that I think Jamie sits on the couch a lot more than Austin.
Maybe not eating too many meatball sandwiches.
Well, Jamie's no spring chicken, and maybe in his 20s he worked out and trained like Austin, but Austin is training as you were in your 20s, Jamie.
I'm in my gym right now, bro.
On the internet.
I'm lifting heavier weight than I did in my 20s. You're right. I'm not young anymore, but I've been doing this a while. Here's the real truth there. Austin's trajectory is this, right? And mine's kind of like, I'm going to stay relevant and crack some dudes while I can still. And, I was thinking about this because I talked to Bob a lot too, because we're both all hyping up all these matches. And like I said, I'm going to be very involved in what happens next week. But, when you're climbing the ladder, you're more anxious than nervous, right? Because you want to prove yourself. You're going against guys who've been in it a while. And it's just like, it's more exciting than nervous. But like Bob said this week, you get more nervous as you're older because the younger guys are coming to crack your ass. So that to be said, but it also keeps you relatively fresh. Like Bob's working harder than he's ever worked in his life for this match because Austin's on that trajectory. And so am I. Like, I took that match I had last month very serious. And it was a guy who's never competed before. But there was all this hype that I'm like, I can't lose to this kid.
Thank God you crushed him, by the way. Thank God you crushed him.
If I did,
Wait,
I'd have been tired.
where's the video? Where's the video with that?
Easy sweep.
Yeah, it's on Harold Riley.
He just pinned him with down pressure, it looked like.
Yeah, he was pushing too much this way, so
that's where the experience comes into play, and I think that's what you bring that Austin currently doesn't have, which is those years and years of experience. Now, the thing is, Noah, it's tough to gauge exactly where you're at from that match simply because we didn't really know where he was, and you look super dominant. But let me ask you a question, your opinion, back in the days of WAL, where are you right now, given the fact that you were, for somewhat people consider, really, really high up there during that WAL period?
Well, before I gained weight, I was probably ranked number 4 on the Arm Fighter, and I was always in the top 10 on the other rankings at the 176. So I was always in the talk. Even before that, I was always in the top 5 at 154. So now getting up into the 98s and the 200s, I'm still in the discussion. I would think I have a lot more power because I'm bigger, but as far as technical, I mean, my last outing at WAL, I was against Alan Fisher, and I've never been able to flop his hand in a top roll, and I was able to do that in the straps. So I think I could bring certain gifts that I never had prior with a lot more strength. But then again, it's a different beast now. I've pulled Austin before 2 years ago, and I felt that this young man is going to be something special because he's miles ahead of where I was when I was 28. I think you're 28?
22.
So, how old?
22.
You're 22?
Ridiculous.
You're so done. What I told you, you're done.
What else?
28.
28. Artem's 28.
Yeah, 28.
Okay.
Also, Jennings is 28 too, which is hard to believe.
Yeah, I'm 28.
Crazy.
Derek is also 28. One of the best young and up and comers.
I love it.
So I mean, I want to see Austin succeed, but I'm taking this so serious because I know he's a threat, and I really think it's a lot closer than people think. He's on this. I've got some tools in there that could possibly get in his head a bit, and I think it's going to be interesting, very interesting. So,
yeah, I just want to
answer that question to Gage. Jamie's he's equivalent at the new weight. He's freaking strong. He's leveled up. You feel him inside, and you're like, oh dang, there's nowhere like.
And I have to give all the credit to Dallas because Dallas's hook is so strong. Like when you grab Dallas, it just feels like it's so weird how much power he has in that strap with his lat drag. So I had to start working that to get stronger. And because I've got certain tools Dallas didn't have, he can top roll now. You guys are like, wait, Dallas can top roll. He can top roll.
That's what I was thinking earlier when someone said a hook versus hook match with him and John. I was thinking.
I think it'll go hook to hook at first, and depending on how that goes, if I win convincingly, I think he's going to be like, I'm not doing that again. And then he's going to try to top roll. I'll dip out and go to the strap, and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll definitely be going to a strap.
Another thing I want to discuss with Brandon and Austin too, like I didn't want to start this off because I usually kick off these events with super matches being the lighter guy with WAL, UAL. And I hate going first because I like to hear the ref, right? So I was telling Brandon, get another match out there first, but then since Austin.
No. I just looked at the schedule. You were booked first suddenly.
Oh, see, we're not doing that.
Upon hearing news that you hate it.
So yeah, I was wondering about the left and right hand match.
Well, yeah, that's up to you because you have two matches. So you need you can decide if you want to go right or left first. Mika's down for whatever.
Yeah.
What would you rather do? Being you're pulling me and him.
I'd probably rather pull, you right-handed first.
Get that
out of the way.
I'll take
that way. My right will stay get a little fresher at the end of the day.
Here's what I would like to do. I would like to have them broke up into two sets. Like I said, we can do a little bit during the 12 to 1 slot when they're building the brackets for the amateurs. And then we can do a couple during the either right at 2:00 when the amateur weigh-ins start, or from 4 to 5 when the pro weigh-in or when the pro bracket's built. But we could do something where we split the first half into a lot of the lighter guys like Caleb and John Hutchins, Gabe and Austin, George and Brian Lafayette. I could go in the beginning with Scott Wynn, something like that, and save some of the real interesting ones that maybe matter for a lot more rank per se, with John Theron and Dallas for the end or close to the end, Jamie and Wade, because the ones that matter for these top 20 ranking spots, they're kind of, we got to put them at a little more priority, even if it's not necessarily who matters more, but what, they're pulling for ranking. But, the way it kind of divides up is we could do a lot of the lighter guys in the earlier half and the heavier guys in the second half. Well, I don't think Austin and mine will affect the rankings because he's ranked at Arm Fighter at 190. I'm in the 210s with Dallas. And I don't, am I in the 220s with Arm with in the hook? Let's check it real quick. At 220s, 198s, right?
I'm sure that they always take matches into consideration with people and so you're heavier than me. So if I did beat you, it would put more on towards me in the rankings. You know what I'm saying?
Austin, question, without revealing too much, Austin, how do you see your left-handed match against Mika?
Says how is it?
No, what in terms of what exactly is your strategy? What do you hope to do with him?
Just arm wrestle him.
But are you gonna try to go inside with him?
Honestly, I'll do whatever with him. I'm really interested to see where we land and fall in the match. Brandon's over there cracking up.
He said, I'm just gonna arm wrestle him.
Have you ever gripped up with people?
Well, we were worried you might fight him, Austin.
Well, simple. Simple as that. That's how it goes.
You don't know till you grip up.
Well, a lot of guys talk about that Micah like he's he's real high up, but Austin's or Artem seemed to do okay with him. No.
Yeah, he did, and I'm really like, I know Micah's a bad dude, and like I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, it's
like I would say Jamie's the favorite in our match, but Micah, like, there's no telling what can happen.
Well, let me ask,
what do you do left-handed? I'm curious. I don't know if I've watched a whole lot of your matches left-handed.
I like to go outside left-handed more so, but
you're only opposite with him. He's low hand top rolling, and you can't, like, well, I don't know if you can. I can't turn him in. I have to fight him outside. So that's
so I can get out and turn in, and
Well, I think your arm's pretty long too. I think your arm's longer than mine, Austin. If I remember right, I had to bring you back down to my level, and Mika's a little bit taller than you, so he's just got a longer arm than you. But I don't know how many you pull in your weight class like that. It's just weird pulling tall people. In my opinion.
I get to practice with huge people, huge hands.
How do you do with Artem? Either arm, I'm curious.
Last tournament I beat him left-handed, right-handed.
really?
He beat me. Yeah.
Oh dang! So you're
Dallas. You better know him. He's ranked 10th.
Me and him go back and forth. I mean, right-handed we go back and forth. Tournament I beat him, and tournament he beats me.
That's the cool thing about pulling people in your state is you get to learn how they pull, and it gets interesting. Like, I've always called myself a better tournament puller because my style will crack your ass once, and I don't have to see you again. That's usually how I've built my career. And it's like, super matches, it's like, okay, well, if this guy figures me out, like when I went to Philadelphia, I beat that 220-pound Dustin Jella first match, and then I had nothing left after that. But I would have nothing left in the tournament, But it's like, hey, I got the first win. All I care about. But,
first win's all that matters. Like that idea, Jim. I'm with you.
I feel way better in super matches than tournaments. I feel like I do shitty in tournaments and always do good in super matches.
Two different people.
Yeah. I'm just really gonna embrace this this Florida versus Cali thing. I love you guys, but I'm gonna be so hardcore cheering for California and so screaming about how glad you guys suck at this entire match. And then afterwards, we be best of friends. We be best friends.
I just bought one of your shirts, man. What the hell, man?
By the way, it's a highly collectible Texas arm wrestling shirt. We sell them on my website, by the way.
Get a refund.
But I'm
Buy
saying,
an FPL shirt.
No, just like in the North versus South, and we just did, dude. I was so pro South and anti North during the matches, of course. Afterwards, we're all good, but I'm gonna be cheering my ass off for the California versus.
Yeah.
Hey, Brandon.
Derek got the chance going at North versus South.
Hey, Brandon released some information earlier. He said Sarah Backman and her husband, they're coming out, Mikey. That's going to be huge for the women and just for people to show up, right? So I'm hoping Brandon has some other news, like next week, Chance and Derek have decided to pull, and that could be like the ultimate, finale is those guys finally meeting, and it didn't cost anybody anything to get them.
I'll pull Chance left-handed right now. I heard that.
There we go.
Hold on, we might be able to make that happen.
It's coming.
Hey, he stopped Carl Stanley left-handed recently.
Is Chance coming?
Yeah, Chance is coming. Well, I
You
hope
wanna-
so. He didn't
one-
wake up to get on this chat, but
He's doing all the wings.
Hey, I want
WAF
Chance to
style.
ref my super match. Wait a minute. I like that.
Who's
Let him
reffing?
ref my match.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
who
Chance
is
ref your
reffing?
match, and I'm the
Brandon,
down ref. Hold on, we're swapping each round.
I'm down. That's perfect.
Yeah,
sure. So
who is refing for this?
So we got Chance Shaw's going to be one of the refs. He is a senior certified ref. We're going to have Tim Talmadge, I believe, is coming down. We have a couple of our senior and junior level refs. We have Mark Minch. Dylan Cobb is coming down to give a hand, and
Crispin.
Yeah, Chris. What's that guy's name? His full name. Give him a shout out. Crispin
Crispin Woods.
Yeah, Crispin Woods is going to come on out, and he offered to help ref as well.
He's certified.
Yeah, so I think we're going to have great refing. Pretty much everybody up there will be certified, and we're just going to roll with a standard AAA rules. The only difference is all slips go to the straps. We aren't going to be sitting here making a judgment call. Nobody wants to be called slipping and losing or this. It's simple. If it breaks free, we tie them up.
So if they got pinned, it doesn't matter.
What do you mean if they got pinned?
So like you take them, curl them to the pad, and they slip right at the bottom after you pin them.
Well, no, if the pin occurs after the slip, yeah, but I mean that's the ref's discretion if he sees the slip first versus if he sees the pin first. But you know, it's not going to be any rule set that's different. The weight classes are going to be a bit different. We should talk about that for a second. It's you guys, I believe y'all are still using the UAL weight classes, 65, 85, 205.
We're different everywhere I go now, man. But I grew up with the 154, 76, 98. So
yeah. So we're going to the same nationals style, AAA style, USAA style weight class. It's going to be 154, 176, 198, 220s, 242, and super heavies. So nothing too different. You know, some of you 205 guys, you know, they might have to cut a little to the 198 and 85s, but ultimately we do have a 154 class. And I know that's going to benefit a lot of the guys that don't fill out the 165 class all the way.
Brandon, I think you should talk about the no clothing allowance, because I know that might, some people are going to be interesting about that.
Yeah, sure. So if I give you 3 pounds with clothes or no pounds without, it's all the same. You know, you have to hit the numbers. So we just do a strict weigh-in. It eliminates a whole lot of complaining and a lot of the politics of, oh, well, man, I was 3 pounds with no shoes, or you let him get down to his underwear. That's not really clothing allowance. You just show up, weigh the right amount on the scale, and that's what it is. So if you need to get undressed, we will happily. Chance loves to. He would love to accommodate you to the weigh-in.
Chance loves weighing me up, man.
I personally am a fan of weight allowances, not naked weigh-ins. But
Chance made me spit in the cup for 15 minutes to lose 0.2 so I could make weight, man.
Yeah, if you guys need tips on how to cut weight, let me know. Hit me up. I'll give you guys my whole breakdown of how I lose weight and cut for tournaments, and let me know. Message me.
Hey, Dallas.
yeah,
Dallas,
take weight cutting advice from a 400-pound man.
I honestly don't even know if I was planning on pulling the tournament. I just, after you pull a super match and you're at best of 5, you're kind of ruined. So
no, Dallas, you have to get
I said no.
I'm pulling both left and right
now. I'm flying 3,000 miles for you, big dog. You got a little juice in the tank.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
I don't think Dallas is going to cut under 200 unless he and John.
I already told John. I said I'll pull you at 205. There's no money. I'm not going to 198 for free. So yeah, I weigh 215, 220. So I'm like, I'll get down to 205. That's pretty simple. But to get me at 198, you got to pay me.
You guys should just agree to pull it the weight class, like pull it 220. Then you guys should just.
I just told him he's going to be light. I don't want it to be like unfair. Okay. So he's going to be like 195, 200. He thought we were meeting at 198. I messaged him like a week ago, said, hey, are you cool if I'm 205? Because I'm not trying to go from 220 to 198 for free.
Well, we all saw what happens to Dallas when he doesn't have his water and he water cuts on naked. I can't move my body.
The whole body was in a cramp, bro.
Turned into a zombie.
Good God, it's a party in here now. We've got Caleb Armbender joining us. Yes.
We got a good match here too.
Did you just get done throwing around concrete or what?
No, I was walking home from Jack in the Box. I was getting some food. I just got off work though, yeah.
He was 420 in it. Don't let him lie. I seen him. I seen what he was doing.
A little bit. I got off early today.
Yeah, that's what I seen you.
All right. Yeah, we got you and we got your competitor in the house, Mr. John Hutchison.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
You gonna destroy this dude or what?
Huh?
You gonna destroy this dude or what?
Oh, bro. I'm gonna bury this dude.
Easy day.
Yeah.
Easy day.
Oh, you're no way.
I like John. He's he looks like a beast, bro. His left, you know, the left's gonna be close. Right, he's got nothing for me, I don't think. But he's a beast. He looks like a beast.
Don't be nice. It'll make your California show.
Yeah, I'm just teasing him.
Hey, Caleb, how much do you weigh? Are you 165?
Like 167, something like that. I'm trying to get a little heavier for John a little bit.
I've got John juiced to the gills. He's 193 right now.
Pushing 190.
6'3" too.
6'3", 190. Yeah, no, I got a match with Sam Taylor in July, so I can't get too crazy big.
Damn, Taylor,
Yeah.
right or left?
I'm probably gonna pull him both arms. We pulled at Nationals last year and he got me, but he's looking hella great lately too.
Yeah, against Kevin Palco.
He looked ridiculous.
He is
Yeah.
so good. Yep.
Like, he looked ridiculous. He's like the super sleeper. Like that kid could walk into any bar and nobody would think anything that he would just hold everybody in the bar. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, he just
has been pulling.
That national start is his whole entire. He's really strong, bro. He's a beast.
Yeah, his move is rock solid as well. It's
His
kind of
cup
low
is
hand,
insane.
but so strong right here.
and
Really
his cup is crazy. I've got to feel it before, and it's like he can it's insane.
Yeah.
Do we have any of these matchups that anybody on here feels are a sure bet that you would put the whatever cash on? You just know will be one-sided.
I'll bet on John versus Caleb left-handed. I think John smashes him, but right-handed, I think Caleb wins. So my bet is switched.
I don't know.
Caleb, you're not going to move him left-handed. Sorry, buddy.
Bro, you can't even pull correctly lefty.
I'd probably put some money on Dallas right-handed.
Slow down, Bubba.
No, I think Caleb has a very good shot against John, even left. I think.
Money, State Kings now.
No, I'll say this though. I think Mika's style is super hard for Austin, but I love Austin. Austin Wade.
Okay.
I think my Mika's a little too explosive for him. I think that's a match that might be. It could go either way.
I don't think he's too explosive. I don't think.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty explosive too.
Yeah, and you're fast.
I think that's gonna hit me to head.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything lopsided. I think they're all good matches.
Brandon, that too. I think all the matches are pretty interesting. I mean, we've been through this before. You can see two matches that are like they're evenly matched, and somebody still wins 5-0 or 6-0 or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it wasn't a good match on paper. I think that might happen a few times, on the 13th. But I think some of these matches are just interesting. I mean, Scott and Brandon. I mean, Gabe, and it's all going to be interesting.
Scott,
Right.
Brandon, dude, I hope you're ready for the most crazy ass moves you've ever seen. The almost old school arm wrestling you've ever felt.
Scott's gonna dad move you.
As long as he doesn't punch you with that combo, you hit John Davo.
That comes afterwards. Bro. It comes right after.
I thought about fighting him during the match when I seen that.
Oh, he right.
Like the Forrest Grant or like the LeBron nose guard.
Yeah. I don't, like I said, I put money on the Dallas match only because I know John's amazing, but I think John is really hand control based, and if you don't have some super heavyweight horsepower in that arm to move Dallas across the pad, it ain't happening. So I don't know if he'll have enough in here to beat Dallas over a super match. That's why I put money on Dallas.
Thanks, Derek.
I just don't know enough about Austin Wade or John Hutchison I wouldn't say I put money on those matches. I don't know enough. I don't know enough to say.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and Dallas does do good with hand guys too. The one thing that seems to stand out the most about a lot of these matches, it kind of draws back to the dynamic you were talking about, Jamie, in terms of pulling within your state. None of these guys seem to have pulled with each other much, if at all. So that's always a really interesting dynamic. There's a lot of unknown factors between all of these matches, and I think that makes it pretty cool.
Right.
Well, it shouldn't matter too much where you travel. It should be like very similar. Unless you go to Utah, it should pretty much be normal rules everywhere you go.
In terms of rules, yeah.
Yeah. Just don't go to Utah. Never arm wrestle in Utah, guys. Take and Dallas is word for it.
House rules.
Let that be a lesson, though. Everybody travel as much as possible, man. I've been all over the country, and you feel people, the way they train. It's all different hands, different. And it's crazy how it changes from region to region. So the people who travel are the people who are really good if they're not good already.
Yeah, it's insanely crazy.
You guys can make as many excuses as you want to not get in the tournament like Dallas, but we're all going to get in the tournament. So we didn't fly out. We flew out here to have super matches.
Hey, if I got to drive through LA traffic, I'll pull the tournament. I'm going to be so mad just driving an hour.
Well, no, you need an
Oh
hour.
God, he's gonna be mad. Take it out on me.
That's it.
Hey, that reminds me. Hey, Robert, are you going to ship me your stuff still? Yeah.
Yes, I think he is.
You're on mute.
Hey, Robert,
Robert.
you're muted, buddy.
He doesn't know how to work this type of stuff.
Oh, he's new.
Yeah, streaming's
Yeah,
hard.
this
man.
this guy's
I
doing
got
it live.
I got 3 events between here and then, but after the third one, I'll mail it out.
Cool. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon, maybe I'll throw my left arm up there, depending on how it feels when I get back. Definitely not doing right-handed. Maybe I don't really give a shit about my left, so maybe I'll throw it in there somewhere.
Well, I know Chance's left is not
That'd be cool.
injured. We need to talk Chance and you into having a little fun lefty match. Why not? A little party on that.
I'll probably be down, but like I said, I do have to train with Hermes, so I don't know how much he's going to kill my arm. Like 2 days before I'll be back.
Well, hopefully a
Hey,
lot.
Derek.
Let me see another ranch one.
Hey, Derek.
So,
Are you on your phone or your computer?
computer.
Hey, text Mega Mike because he's calling me right now. I'm on this podcast. Just tell him to jump on. Is Mega Mike pulling?
No, we don't have a match for Mega Mike. We don't have someone strong enough right-handed that's coming out there.
We haven't pulled Chance.
Wait, why not? Isn't Carl still coming up?
What about
Chance is
Carl?
injured?
No, Carl's not coming out.
Oh, he canceled. Oh, I didn't know that.
I believe Carl has an injury
Oh,
sustained at the last event, and he says he needs to limit his polling. I think he talked to Tony.
Damn.
Everything other than that's happening, but yeah, that's the one withdrawal, unfortunately, with Carl. But Mega Mike's a lot to handle right-handed. We would have to have brought out Chance, Shark, or Brad Grundy to really put a threat to him if Carl was out.
So Dallas
Yeah.
is the heaviest guy on the card.
Wow.
No supers. That's that Derek. You got to pull. I don't care if you don't get sleep. We got caffeine. I got tons of it here. Tons.
Well, I'll tell you,
Yeah,
California's got enough stimulants to keep him awake one way or another.
Yeah. Last time I took that, Jamie, I'd seen this room spinning in the finals.
Perfect. Hey, you did well.
Oh God, I was so bad.
Yeah,
I
it's
looked to the
interesting
right.
matchup. The like I said, the tournament is the real wild card. The super matches, we know what we're gonna see, but you could easily see 198s left hand or right hand that has Dallas, Jamie, John Theron, me, Austin Wade, Scott Wynn, who have all these other type guys. You got Cody Hadley, Mika, everybody. So it could just be the most stacked tournament that we've seen in a long time, because you guys do have a lot of names, and so do we.
Brian LaFleur. You're going to have like maybe 25 people in that 198 class.
So I say it can be crazy. And that's not a match. That Brian LaFleur and George. That match is something, man. I'll tell you, I pulled George and I pulled John at their practice Saturday, and George is a tank. He's built like a dude coming out of 20 years.
Shit brick house. There's no other other way
like he
to
hadn't missed
describe
a
him.
push up in 10 years. Pumpkin chest. I mean, shredded.
Yeah.
And this is a kid that's all natural. I mean, he's just a true tree worker out here in the forest.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, he's an animal. So I know Brian pretty well. He's come to quite a few of my events. He's got some horsepower, and they're going to be very close in range. That one will be a good match. And I think it's the same thing. They're just going to have hook wars.
Right.
there he is.
Got Mega Mike in the house. This is the craziest Zoom call I've ever been on. Jesus Christ.
Turn your camera on,
Yeah,
Mike.
this call
Mike,
just got
stacked.
Mike,
way
Mike,
too
I'm on a
strong.
Zoom call. Right there. See, we got it covered now. What's up, buddy?
How are you?
Good, man. I couldn't answer. I'm, talking to 12 other dudes on here.
It's the circle jerk. I'm in.
Then
That's it.
Yeah, Mike, Florida said they have nothing for you. They can't bring anybody out for you, man.
They didn't want none of this heat.
Yeah, none of it. Actually, Mike wants to pull Chance. He's been saying he would want to pull Chance for years.
Well, maybe Chance miraculously heals up in time. I don't know. I thought he would make it to this call. Apparently,
Nah, he's too cool. Way too cool.
he's got camouflage on, hiding somewhere. I'm not sure.
So you can't think of anybody out there aside from Chance that might have a little something for Mike?
Yeah, I can think of a lot of
Shark.
Andre Shark could
Yeah.
Mega Mike. Brad Grundy could hang with Mega Mike. Carl Stanley with Mega Mike. Chance could hang with Mega Mike.
I mean, I'd love Brad. Brad and Mike would be good. Brad and Mike would be a good. I'd love to see that one.
Grundy,
Banged up from Korea.
Yeah.
that Grundy dude, right? That tall white boy.
He's not
Yeah,
very tall. Is he tall?
he's 6.
Yeah, he looks-
6 foot.
He's probably like 6'2" or 3.
The
he looks solid.
Andre could come down and have a left-handed match with Tony, right-handed match with Mike. That would be. I mean, he could.
Andre he can't make it though, right?
Oh, he can't.
Hey, what
Me
about
Shark? Me and Shark have pulled practice pool.
How did you do with Shark when y'all practice bowled?
Well, it was after the Texas
When
my
a guy
super
says
match,
well,
when I got smashed by
Corey
Corey Williams. But yeah, he couldn't take my hand and he couldn't pin me. So
nothing.
Hey, does Christian
Mike's
Benny
way
still
too
live in
big.
Florida?
what's that?
Does
Mike's
Christian
way too
Benny
big for
still
that.
live in Florida?
Yeah.
he does. He's not doing much. He's tried to make 2 comebacks, but I think his shoulders
He's done.
shot, man.
All right, never mind. He was the only other one I could think of out there.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he would pull. Mega Mike said his right is the arm, not the left.
Christian's only lefty, right? He doesn't do right at
Yeah,
all.
Christian's just a lefty.
Yeah.
Dickie Spearoff would have been a good guy to bring out if we could.
I
but
was
he's
just
not
thinking of him.
He's not active right now, so
Bunch of little guys out there in Florida, man. Y'all gotta get some more super heavyweights, bro. Come on, man.
What about
Maybe
Florida?
one day.
we all are
Maybe one day.
400 pounds. Okay, I don't know what the
At
hell.
350. Why do you keep adding 50 pounds, bro? All right, stop, man. 350.
Hey, you grew up next to like a nuclear power plant or something.
Oh, we got to get Derek back up to 375. 375, Derek.
It's because they can't keep weight over there, sweating their ass off in the humidity in Florida. They can't seem to hold weight on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but they got nice 6-packs.
Yeah, no. I lived there for a while, man. I sweat my ass off.
No, just 2 of us do. Everybody else has a dad bod and a sunburn.
Caleb, what are you coming in at the super match?
Probably like nowhere near 155. I'll say that, but like 167, maybe.
167. And you were 155 at the Arnold's Classic, right?
When?
At the Arnold's Classic, how much did you weigh?
Yeah, at the Arnold's, I was 154.
Wow, you put on a lot of weight very quick.
Well, it's just a lot of it's water and.
Come on, he's jacking the boxing it up, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, you saw that?
That's full bulking diet. Hand him the ranch.
Oh yeah, I don't gotta cut nothing until July, so I'm good. Yeah, I'm a
thing about this. The biggest thing about this event, man, is it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a blast. This is a party. We aren't throwing a boring tournament in somewhere where it's just and Derek Smith another table. No, man, we're gonna throw.
Why are you clowning on Denise, bro? Why are you clowning on Denise so bad right now?
Whoa!
Why are you making fun of Denise so bad right now, my boy? Whoa!
Whoa! I love Denise. You said that word. I was making fun of Travis Bajan.
Let's get
Brandon, it is gonna be a party
out there.
It is gonna be a party, but at the end of the day, California is gonna sweep.
Woo! Love that.
Yep.
Love me some of that.
Don't think
Absolutely
so.
sweep.
I'll pull the tournament too, though. I'm gonna pull
You
7.
better worry about Austin Jennings.
You ain't even old enough to buy cigarettes in Florida, so slow down. You're pulling someone
Man,
from
You can't even buy a can of dip.
Hey,
exactly.
I think we lost Mike. I was asking if
Couldn't
he was pulling
hold-
the tournament.
What's that?
I think we lost Mike. I was asking if he's pulling the tournament.
Hell, I can barely buy a can of dip.
I'll pull the tournament.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull a tournament.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we get a good bit of Cali support. I think everybody, if we can get at least like the King of Cali crowd, it's gonna be dope, man. I came out there for the original King of Cali. helped Kyle get that started. It was absolute blast. Derek won the crown from Carl back then. I'm not sure he's still got it on his head, it looks like.
From Carl? You mean
I'm not Carl, Tom Nelson.
Tom
He's
Nelson.
wearing it right now.
I'm sorry, from Tom Nelson. They're both from Polk County. They're basically brothers.
Basically, bro.
All right, he's got it all.
Hey, get the other one. There's
Hey,
like
wait,
three
no, check
things.
this out though.
There's three things, right?
This one, the one on my head is for number one right-handed. This is the last team competition we had in California, number one team, and now number one part of California as well. So Southern California versus Northern California.
All right, don't rub it in.
All right,
Bro.
I saw that overall hammer in the background too, Jared.
I'm bringing this to California.
I think it's two of those somehow. I suppose I have two of those hammers, Dallas.
Hey, let me ask you this though. Out of everybody on this call, how many of you have a first place title internationally?
Internationally? Oh,
I do. I went to Mexico and I whooped everyone's ass.
Hey, I got one of those. I got one of those somewhere.
Oh,
You should have just said it. Why'd you ask me questions?
International champions.
Jamie, are you going to Mexico this time?
I'm number one in Canada at 220 pounds after BLM. There you go.
Hey,
After.
Derek beat Tim
Hold on, is that
President. He's got
down on you, Dallas?
Mike, are you pulling the tournament? Are you going to pull this tournament?
I think so.
Okay.
May
Are you?
13th.
I don't. Maybe left-handed. I'm be getting back 2 days before that. From
He's
East Coast
already
West.
committed
Italy.
left-handed. The right's a possibility.
No. He committed lefty. Hold on. I said I'm gonna see what I'm doing when I get back.
Committed left,
Yo,
the
you're
right-
just a
the
promoter,
right is a
bro.
baby.
You're right. You're not Denise. I don't trust you. I trust Denise. All right? I don't trust you. Right?
Fair, that's a good assessment. I trust her more than I trust myself.
So Brandon, with throwing all those events out there, what is the secret in you guys' sauce out there to be doing like 2-3 tournaments a month?
Yeah,
What do you think separates you guys from other states in that regards?
I can answer that. I can answer that for them.
Okay.
They're having an amazing, great time. Like he said, they make it a party.
Yeah.
Participation.
Yeah, the reason that's a key to the success is there's no promoter. There is no promoter. It's just us. We kicked the promoter out of town.
Oh,
The
what's
FAL
his
is just- what's that?
What was his name? The bald guy?
Well, hold. I'm not gonna put Anthony down. Everybody has their time, but
I didn't name him. You just named him. I'm not gonna put him down.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
just
don't
saying.
sugarcoat anything, man.
Hey.
Trust me.
Florida Arm Wrestling League is for arm wrestlers by arm wrestlers. It's the difference of someone telling you how to have your birthday party versus just giving you the budget.
Yeah.
We got the budget. We got the reins. If we want to spend 2 G's on East versus West to have a qualifier, we do that.
Oh, yeah.
Hire. We just flew in Ryan Thames, flew him in from Louisiana to come down just to certify all our refs and throw a free ref seminar where anybody that could pass the test could get certified, just to increase the quality of refereeing in Florida, because that's been criticized. So it's just things like this, man. Typically you have a promoter that's kind of stealing all the money, and it's just keep it as profitable as we will sacrifice profitability for a good show. We've got like 30 items in our merch shop. I mean, we have a full-fledged business. We've turned it into a full corporation. I mean, it's absolutely sick if you came down to Florida in the past versus if you came here now. Like you said, it's a party. I mean, we're having a blast. If you see any of the videos or any of the footage they do, it's a sea of yellow just screaming. The grandparents are out here having a blast. They're bringing the grandkids. Austin's got his mom out here with his daughters, and you got people bringing 15 members of their family. I mean, it's getting rowdy out there. And
Be careful throwing out names like Austin. Derek's on the call.
The other option.
Who's
I
the
know,
other
I know.
option?
I know. I'm just saying.
So when you say that there's, the promoter is out of the equation, in terms of the key people that are running, this, what you're calling a corporation and all these events, is it a collective of certain people, like 4 or 5 people? Is it one person?
Yeah, so I have an 8-man committee, which is all the influential people. It's pretty much like Austin Wade, Carl Stanley, Dylan Cobb, me, Chance. I'd have to go look through, but it's a lot of this hit squad that's coming out. And a lot of people, we vote on different issues, but our LLC and our business is run by me and Chance. I'm the president, he's vice president. We run it together. It's a 50-50 partnership. And, you know, I can run a hell of a tournament. I probably ran 30, 35 tournaments out here with great success. We had King of Florida. I mean, one of the biggest, baddest tournaments happening in the South. And Chance brought a level of professionalism to our company that was just something I could never achieve on my own. I mean, he's got us to the point where we have beautiful merch, beautiful this, custom awards, custom cat, you know, just everything. So the weird combination or friendship of this guy and me that are polar opposites just made for a hell of a team to promote arm wrestling out here. We've got the support. I mean, there are no adversaries out here. There's nobody that hates what we're doing or thinks they should do it better. There, you know, we support everything. If we hear of a charity or a fundraiser, we support it. You know, we throw free parties once every couple months out here, a bunch of free beer, food, bring the kid. So it's really
the whole country learned from your model as far as arm wrestling. Now, let's not go down that rabbit hole. I've seen so much shit in the last 20 years, man. Drama. But hey, I like that. I can appreciate that. Everybody's supporting. I mean,
and the fun thing, man, is we're bringing the same vibe out to Cali, and you guys are just Florida on the West Coast. I've been out there. I know how you guys hang. Well, y'all ain't quite as okay. Yeah, not quite as handsome as we are. We got better chance. Except for Jamie. Except for you, Jamie.
Dallas is sitting there from Hawaii. Look at him. Look at him. He's at a resort.
It's the same
At a resort.
You know, we're gonna come out and have a blast. We're gonna throw a hell of a party, and I know that you guys' energy is just—it's gonna set it off. So. Yeah. I haven't hung with a ton of NorCal guys, but I've probably been to LA 3-4 times for the old UALs, and then coming out there for King of Cali and all that. I mean, I've been welcomed with nothing but open arms and had a kick-ass time every time I came out there. So
yeah,
I think, yeah, exactly, man. I think the crowd's going to be stick. We've got Fishers coming down, I heard.
Yeah, he is.
I'm hoping we draw a bunch of the cool Cali names. You know, it's going to be the sickest highlight video at the end, or like you said, it's just a bunch of dudes that never would cross paths. Suddenly, with 10-on-10 out here to see who's the baddest on each coast.
Hey, Josh, you got to get some NorCal guys come down. You got to get
that's what I was just gonna say. A lot of them are coming. Yeah,
Israel and Eli. You need to make sure those two dudes come down. Israel and Eli. I need them to come down both Mike. You guys to see this.
And I think the sheriff might be coming too, and he might pull in the tournament, Randy Weaver. So,
that's my dog right there.
The battle of the law.
He's one of my favorites. Yeah,
he's the man at 198, bro. He's the
man. The last 30 years, the dude's been killing it.
He's the fuck.
It's interesting how the two. Well, the two states that seem to make the most noise in terms of teams and organizations definitely seems to be California and Florida. I know there's other ones. There's a lot going on up in Ohio too, maybe. But I think it's really cool that these two monsters are merging. And even just this year, the events I'm really happy with so far out here. The North versus South that Josh put on with Casey was absolutely amazing. And now we're doing this. This is going to be nuts. I love the amount of super matches. The hand-picked super matches are perfect. A lot of unknown factors. And then Josh, you've got the in August the UAL team format that we're doing too.
Yeah.
That Florida can come on down for, or like really anybody, right? Any states?
Well, yeah, I mean, we want everybody to come and be involved, but the UAL is calling it the California Team Championship.
Oh, okay. I thought it was more of an international thing. No.
I think that's for the regular tournament.
We have to win that.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, but that seems to be where it's at. Team versus teams and states versus states. That's what I want to see more of for sure.
Jamie and Dallas are on our team, by the way. They're Alpha Empire. I mean,
yeah.
We're coming back, Gary. We're coming
It'd
back.
be cool to get create a league, some type of league, state versus state. You know, you create your own team, but you represent your state.
That's what Brandon was trying to start with. Well, I think you were looking long term for something like that, right, Brandon?
What's that?
kind of testing the waters, state versus state. It's kind of starting with this, and then you're going to try to do something somewhere else, right?
Yeah. So this endeavor, and I'm going to bring out our fresh USAL jerseys. We'll premiere them right here. These are not mandatory like the FAL is. You know, when you're traveling and hitting a spot where someone can't reuse the jersey, kind of fucked up to make them buy it to compete. But the USAL is going to have 5 stops. The first being SoCal. It's looking like we're hoping to hit Texas, Philadelphia, Ohio, and one more in the Southeast. But yeah, that's the plan. It's pretty much a miniature version of FAL. Florida Arm Wrestling League has 11 events and then a finale. And I'm hoping here to have 4 and then a finale. No different than what World Series of Arm Wrestling or anybody else that's kind of throwing a East versus West South regional. I don't know if you can see, these are the jerseys. They'll be in limited quantity at the event. We'll probably have about 60 of these. For anybody that wants them, maybe having them for the matches. I'm not sure. I think what we need to have is get everybody in the FAL jerseys just because it's Florida versus that for the super matches. But yeah, this is the first stop for USAL. We proved the brand with Florida Arm Wrestling League. And we plan to just venture out in small baby steps. Everything we did with FAL was organic. It was grassroots. We've grown to where we're throwing, nice $5,000 event. We had a good budget for every single event. And, we're no longer having to scrape by. But I'd like to bring that model to the USAL and a little bit outside the United States in a smaller form. We're not going to do 12 events our first season. We're going to do 5 or 6. But, this is the pilot episode. This is the proving right here. So
Are you bringing the yellow shirts, you said?
What's that?
You're bringing the yellow shirts with you?
Yeah. We're definitely going to compete in these. We're going to bring a ton of FAL merch, but we're also going to have a few of these USAL jerseys.
Hey, Brendan, do you guys have any 165 guys coming down? Because I see Will Klingman's in the chat right now. He's asking to see if you guys have a 165-pounder coming.
Oh, yeah. So I'm thinking George Whitfield's going to come in right about that 165, 170. I don't know what his exact tournament weight will be, but he would be one
with Will.
And then we're also going to we have Austin Jennings. He'll be jumping in at I assume.
There's no point. Not against Will Klingman.
76. He'll be in the 165 guy will be in the 176 class. Let's not forget that. So we do have quite a few people. John Hutchison, a few people will be in the 176 class, if that's what you're asking.
Have any of them pulled Alan Fisher yet?
Wade has. I haven't. I've been dying to pull Fisher, but Wade, I think he took a loss to Fisher in the overall, I believe, at the last event.
Is that also where Alan Fisher held Tim Bresnan until the elbow fouls came?
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I was dead.
Yeah, Fisher's a beast. Nobody would take that from him. In fact, he don't come to Florida enough. I don't think Alan Fisher knows how much they love him in Florida. If he were to make one trip down to Florida, he'd be treated like, royalty out there.
Right.
So you'll see, we got nothing but respect for all you guys. It's going to be a blast. Everybody that we picked pretty much somebody that would be a step up for us, or at least not favored. I don't think there's one match you could look at that you would say the Florida guy is a guaranteed win. And so we didn't want to come out here. We brought a bunch of headhunters, and if we wanted to trophy hunt, we would just stay in Florida in the novice class. We're not. We're getting on a plane. We're flying 3,000 miles, and we're coming to take on, the best possible matchup we could get for the day. So
well, this couldn't have been any better for me, only because I knew Austin was pulling Bob Brown next week, and I knew that I was pulling Bob late July. And I'm like, dude, I got to pull Austin in between there just so we can kind of see what the hell happens when you connect the dots. Because, it's perfect. It's perfect. So,
yeah, what do you think about the match with Bob?
What do I think about your match with Bob?
Mm-hmm.
You never know. That's the thing. He's so nervous about what's coming, but I know what Bob can bring. So it's like,
yeah,
dude, it's like I said online many times. I'm going to be glued to the TV, so looking at everything. Like I even go through Colster. I'm going to be more invested than the ref watching it because trying to see what's going to happen here. So, just when you hit, man, just go through all the way through. all the way through. You do not want that man to stop the match with his hand because he'll start pulling yours around. And
Yeah, that's the thing. He hasn't pulled a whole lot of people who like can keep their hand.
right,
He takes everyone's hand.
right. They try to blast him sideways after loading back,
Yeah.
which that's what he wants you to do.
Trust me, I know. I see a Billy Curl do it. He could have won that match.
Ole usually keeps his hand, and Bob got him just recently at the.
That's true. He did top Oleg. Beat Oleg.
Wow.
Dude, Ole is no joke.
He
Ole-
stopped
Yeah, I
Ole.
know.
He
But
stopped him.
Ole
He
does
beat
have
Ole.
smaller hands too.
He does,
Right.
but he's got a solid small hand.
Oh yeah, I know. He's got a badass
Good wrist. Really good
riser wrist
Yep.
Yep.
Left-handed is great.
and right-handed.
His
Yeah,
right hand.
left felt a lot better though when I gripped it.
So
Yeah.
I saw his picture was on the poster. Does he have a match or no? Is he expected to just play in the
He
tournament?
was, but he's got to go to
Just so
national.
good looking that I thought the marketing, I mean the appeal of just putting his face on there, we could not do it.
Right.
Nah, he was originally facing Austin Wade, but now he has to go to nationals. So Mika replaced him.
Right.
Well, Mika's no joke either, so that'll be a good one for sure. It sounds like left-handed with Austin, right?
Right.
We've also got a couple Alpha Empire teammates in the chat. Well, 3, yeah. So we still got Will. He's saying he's down for someone heavier too. We got Isai from Pulling Isai. He says to Caleb, tell Caleb I'm ready for that. No?
Tell Isai he's got to take down my son first.
Oh, boy.
Hey,
Yeah.
Miner's looking
Minor
like
got him?
Dallas.
Minor got him.
Dallas.
Yeah, I think Miner's got it. Hey, dude, Miner has gotten so strong. Wait till you guys pull him on. We were pulling yesterday, and the dude is like, he's like snatching my hand, and I'm like, oh crap.
What do you feed him, Mike?
That's not that hard.
Dallas. Didn't Ole have a war with somebody before him and Bob pulled?
What's that?
Ole?
Can't remember.
I think he did.
He actually did. He did have a war with
I
Eli.
think he had a war with Eli before he pulled Bob. I was right there. Yeah.
Robert
Yeah.
Kelly versus Minor Mike. Is that a match?
Nah, Miner
Mega
beat
Minor. Mega Minor.
Rob. I think Miner's too much. I think.
Honestly,
No,
it
I
might be.
don't
It might be.
Sorry, Rob. Hey, I love you, Rob. Rob.
No.
my boy.
I'm there to stream, guys. I'll make y'all look good.
Let's talk about Robert Kelly for a minute. I want to give him a little bit of shine. When you talked about what makes the Ford Arm Wrestling League special, about 95% of it is this guy right here with a camera, Robert. He is making us look like we are 5 times as good as we are. You know, a lot of things are the way you frame something. You know, if you zoom out enough in any picture, you realize it looks like a bunch of amateurs. He's just well enough that he zooms in just enough to frame us where we kind of look like some pros. So a lot of our success has been the fact that our stream looks as good or better than almost anyone in the country. And that's due exclusively to Robert. This
Yeah,
kid
it's really good.
he's like a rolling satellite truck with all the equipment, and he's got all this shit packed into a car, driving thousands of miles for us.
Oh my
And
God.
He's not messing around. He shoots porn in his spare time, arm wrestling, and he knows his stuff. I'm telling you, he's
Hit me
got
up.
it
Collab with Dallas Langston in the
He's
future.
Debo on Thursdays.
Exactly.
So he's going to be holding things down at SoCal Classic as well then?
He's gonna be
For the live stream and all that?
Yep, I'm doing the live stream. Benjimac is coming and doing the super matches, and he has committed to getting them edited and uploaded during the tournament. So
Oh, wow.
the super matches should be available the same day.
Here's something else to speak on real quick. Apart from the production, we do use the AERS ARM bracket system. So every single match, you will be uploaded by Sunday. You know, all the matches will be turned in as soon as we hit submit on the bracket into the tournament. So none of this will be lost into the ether. If you get your wins, you will be ranked. I know Jamie, I think you're pretty high up on the AERS ARM, right?
I'm on like 3 different classes. Yeah, I'm in there somewhere.
Yeah, so and I know that thing's growing, but that's another thing that our guys like. We have a points race where we're tracking wins and values, but back to the production, Robert has abilities to go split screen, to throw up all the names of the competitors in like a marquee across the top. Just I mean, he has no limitation. He could run like Jamie Sheldon versus Austin 3-1 or 1-1, 2-1. And just keep adjusting it.
3-1.
Yeah, 3-1 weight. He can just do some beautiful overlays, and it just adds to the quality. I mean, if you didn't know it, you watch the FAL stream, it almost looks like it's a real TV production, whether it's like Fox Sports Network, something smaller, but it looks like it's a real deal, got a fat budget, and it's really just this guy with all this equipment stringing it together and getting our sloppy asses to look like we're something. So a lot of the glue that holds the FAL together is Robert Kelly. And that's why he's coming out. Our show wouldn't look as good without the guy. He's the polish. So big props there.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I like doing super matches a lot more in the tournament. So I'll do some fun stuff for you guys, get some videos and all that. You'll get to see a little bit of what I can do next weekend because I get to do the Monster Factory. So that'll all be me.
Question about that. Are you going to record it separately for like other than the live or?
Yeah, we'll have a special camera guy just for that. And he's going to edit it and post it during the tournament.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you should have the live and the edits.
Yeah, you'll be able to see it right away.
Who is commentating this event?
Yeah, so I'm commentating. We're gonna. Yeah, Robert's got plans. He wants to interchange quite a few people on the live stream. Want to get Derek on. Want to get Jamie on. Pretty much anybody that's got a voice in arm wrestling and can hold their own verbally. We'd love to get on. Gabe, I'd love to have you on. We just a lot of these personalities everybody might not know. And we'd love to introduce, anybody. If you got a new up-and-comer, Derek, someone that does good in the tournament, one of the amateurs in the amateur class, I'd like to be interviewing the winners if we could right after. Hey, man, who do you train with? Tell us how you feeling. Anyone supporting you,
We got this big black dude that's new. He's pretty good at bodybuilding and stuff. His name is, I think, Larry. Should interview him after.
Hey,
that might get us.
He's not new. Him and I started at the same time, and I'm ready for him.
Is he coming?
I don't think he pulls anymore until the bodybuilding show.
Right.
Hey, Brandon, are you gonna have a free day when you come down here?
Yeah, possibly. We're coming down from Friday, and we got all day Sunday till Sunday nights free.
Well, maybe I can get you a ride.
Yeah.
Oh,
super down. As long as I don't end up like
the trick, Brandon. He knows you have warrants, bro. He's just trying to get you, bro.
Don't say it, Brandon. Don't say it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't say it, Brandon.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I was
Don't say it, Brandon.
Not that kind of ride. Not that kind of ride. It'd be all fun.
Hey, my car's over there. Where we go? So take a quick stop.
Hey, what's up over here? I will pass on any illegal trouble. Officer Mike.
No, I'm not that kind of guy. Trust me. Don't worry about all that.
No.
Hey guys, I actually gotta head out here. I gotta go to work.
Yeah, go to work. He's going to hang out at a strip club, guys.
Yeah,
I get paid to do it. Whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna go make some money. Whatever you want to call that.
Yeah.
Thanks for dropping in, Derek.
Yes, sir. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, bro.
Here's another cool thing before we wrap it up. I don't have too much longer myself. This venue, it's what's the place called?
Brew House.
What's it? Homebound Brew House, right? Amazing venue. It looks like it's like an old cathedral train station area. They are encouraging us to keep the after pulling up until midnight when they close. They don't.
Is that the place we do the joint practices?
No.
Not where we do the combined practices, right?
This is in a train station at Union Station.
It's in Los Angeles, bro.
It's a nice place. It's right under or near the train station, but I mean they got pool tables, craps tables.
Yeah, so guys, I'm looking to
nice.
have an after party afterwards. So we wrap up at Realistically, we're gonna start the pro class 5 o'clock. I want to be done by 9:30. Everybody squared up and out. I'd love that. I'd love after poll till the end of the night. Everybody hanging out all night if we can, So we're open to it's not going to be one of these venues. He's reassured me where we're going to get rushed out of here. As soon as I mentioned arm wrestling, this guy was like, I love arm wrestling. Let's go. They can hold up to 638 people at this place. Dang. So we intend to pack it with as many as we can, but I don't expect it to be overcrowded or understaffed or, this type of place is used to handling a crowd. And we're going to be, just got that old sick, like German, like dark wood brew house vibe. They used to have a bunch of places out here that look just like that. I just think the setting is going to be sick. It's not your average little bar and grill that we're arm wrestling in. And if I had to come out here, I couldn't have probably picked a better venue if I did it 10 times.
They have good food.
Now, I started at the most premier venues I could call that I could see and find on the internet, and I hit it. First one was down. So,
you want us to bring extra tables, or you got all that handled?
Yeah, you can go ahead and message me about the tables. We are not obviously going to bring our tables. We're going to source some locally from somebody on that side of the earth. But yeah, you might be the guy to bring one of them. We'd like to run 2 tables nonstop, depending on the crowd. If we start getting into the 250 entry, 300 type thing, we need to go ahead and run to 3 tables. But anticipate 2 tables running nonstop for the tournament, and they're going to run in their entirety to the finals, to the winner. We will hand the winner their award. So if you are a type of guy, you've won and you don't care about the overall, you could go home. If you took second and don't care about the overall, you're welcome to go home right that minute. You're not tied up just waiting on the amateurs to finish so you could get your No, it's none of that. So we're going to run them quick. We run a fast tournament. We don't stall. We don't waste time. We do not wait. I mean, we give 30 seconds to get to the table. If you're not here, we call everybody to the bullpen first. Everybody sits. When you're on deck. We announce the on-deck matchups. But ultimately, at our tournaments, we do give out losses because people don't hear. They're outside on a smoke break or whatever. So
yeah, that's fair.
One thing that's worth noting, and you guys should tell your friends, something the USAL does and that Florida Arm Wrestling League does, is all the amateurs, all novice and amateur classes, they start in a referee's grip. Very important. Let me explain this to you. A guy that does not know what the hell he's doing, I don't have time to watch him fight for a grip that he doesn't even know is illegal. What are we doing here? You end up with 2 amateurs that are digging into each other, and it just ends up with this fest. The best thing for a guy that's doesn't know what he's doing, or he's new, is to have a referee that's certified and trained to set him in the fairest possible grip. What this is also going to do, it's going to eliminate 1 to 2 minutes per matchups. And let's say that the amateurs represent 100 entries. 100 entries represents roughly 200 matches, 220 matches in the brackets. If you take 220 matches just in the amateur class and you add 1 minute to 2 minutes to each of these in setup, hours. And this is something we've done to drastically reduce the amount of time that you're sitting. And so that's, it's worth telling your guys, you've got a month still to adapt to it, but all the amateurs, the novice class, they start in a referee's grip. This will make it very simple. Nobody's going to get screwed over. Double match. A lot of the trickery that one guy that may have been to 3 tournaments versus 1 tournament has learned is negated. And it just ends up a better experience, I found, but it's an important detail that I don't want you guys to be surprised with day of.
I'll let everybody know.
Yeah. Other than that, the only thing we don't really allow for the novice class is we don't allow any kings moving at all. When they get to a straight arm position, we go ahead and stop the match. We call a foul, and if they go to a broke arm position, we call a foul.
You guys allow kings move in the super matches?
Yeah. Anything like that. Super matches, pro match. I mean, you can do anything you want. You can kings move. We don't care about the declining shoulder below, any of that. If the elbows got contact, ride it out. What I ultimately am not going to do is stop a super exciting matchup because you think his shoulder is an inch below some, if he lifts his elbow, it's clear as day. But
so you're not calling an elbow that's under the table pad?
An elbow that's under the table pad?
Or shoulder. If his shoulder's below the table line,
No, and I'm gonna tell you why, because it only represents like maybe 0.5% of matchups, and those 0.5% are some of the funnest matchups of the day. Now, if it becomes a shit show where both guys are hanging under and they're center table, like I've seen Mac Telly and someone do once, we'll stop.
It was
Or-
Tim Lewis.
Tim
If
Lewis.
there, another thing too, in the case that sometimes you get a guy that flops or kings moves and a guy presses, if there's a pin center table, it is going to be a repull. You know, it's very important. You have to be on your side. A lot of guys argue this. Well, I was center table, we repull. Obviously, you guys know, but I've seen it argued. It's dumb. We have to, hand control means nothing. It's whose side of the table you're on. Obviously, you could pin a guy in a press or hand control on your side. But, you know, if you're an idiot and have hand control and you write it down on your own side, that is a loss. However, when you get these weird matchups like double kings move to end in the center of the table, we just restart those. But no, we aren't going to judge the declining humerus. That is not one of the USAL or FAL rules. We won't judge that. And pretty much the only thing, like I said, that's different is all the slips go to the straps. It keeps it fun. We ultimately want to see pins for everything. And I think that's the way. Nobody wants to see, no slight to European arm wrestling, but back in the day, some of that Mazurenko stuff was like foul. I mean, there was no match. So
there's a reason for calling the Kings move, though. It's dangerous.
What's that?
There's a reason for calling the Kings move because it's a break arm position, which is pretty. I don't know. I'm not telling you how to run your business. I'm just saying, I don't know if there's liability or.
Well, let's be real, big dog. There's a liability and a hook and everything. If a grown man wants to break his arm, I would never tell somebody that position's not for you unless you're an amateur. If me and you had a match in the middle of Florida and these guys were telling you that they thought your press didn't have enough shoulder behind it, they would be robbing you. I feel, this is my opinion. I do agree. Adding the Kings move increases a little liability. You guys are welcome to sue me. If you
I'm just giving you a heads up. You're coming to California, bro.
Yeah, when you see my car versus Dallas's, you'll understand you're better off tripping on the sidewalk at his house. But that being said, Kings move your life away.
Dallas's car has got nothing on my Civic hatchback, 1.73 liter with a turbo.
Come on, I'm driving an 03 Jeep Liberty, like some college chick, okay?
Dallas that GMC Sierra.
23 Lamborghini.
Yeah.
He's like, actually, my car's worth quite a bit more than a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Worth more than a lot of Lamborghinis, yeah.
He's over here eating Wagyu beef right now.
Yeah. He's got a waitress at his house serving him.
That's my wife.
Okay, same thing sometimes.
Yeah,
sometimes
she knows what's good for her.
All right, guys. Well, Dallas is making me hungry over there, and I'm so glad to have all of you on here. I really appreciate you dropping in. This turned out to be a real party. Really looking forward to SoCal Classic. Anybody in California, be there, check it out. It's gonna be a good one. Ladies, make sure and come out, see Sarah Bachman and get in on the free entry. Everybody in the chat, thank you for dropping in. Anybody watching, thank you for dropping in. Is there anything else you guys want to say?
Hey Brandon, if Sarah or you are going to post that Sarah's going to be there, let us know so we could share it. Because as soon as we get that out there, that just brings a bigger crowd,
Yeah, I'm gonna make a graphic coming out soon. I'm hoping to share our come hang with the world champ type thing.
Yeah, perfect.
Tell Sarah my son's ready for her.
He's not ready. I promise. She's victimized me. Don't put your son on that path.
She's already pinned my son. My son's like, holy crap. I like to see my son get abused. That's all.
Is she gonna pull or is she still recovering from her surgery?
I believe her left is okay. She's recovering from the surgery.
She said July she could pull again, I think, right?
Yeah, she's healing.
I don't know, she's got that new patch from the MLM. It's probably going to be healed up, ready in time. So,
that Band-Aid will make you so strong. I heard it's out of control, dog. The Thrive is no joke in Florida. It's like these guys are on it like like you guys are on juice in Cali.
I know Florida is like 10 years behind on the MLM train. Apparently, everyone on my feed from Florida has just found out that there's a new MLM product. I'm like, should go to Utah 10 years ago. Those were all around then.
You're gonna have to explain what that is to me. I have no idea, but my elbow could use it.
Ice is what your elbow
Austin
calls.
Wade will explain it to you. No problem. He is a local salesman and an entrepreneur. He will absolutely teach you all about
Ten
it.
sales in Mexico, Mike. I think
Dallas already said enough.
Hey, don't take any of that stuff from those pharmacies in Mexico.
That's good.
It'll make your voice all weird.
We gotta go.
Yeah, that and don't drink Bud Light, right? That'll make your voice weird.
Damn.
It'll make your throat sore.
All right. Thank you for having us on.
Yeah, thank you, Kane.
I got to get these guys to bed.
All right, my pleasure. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Kane, for hosting.